Put your seatbelts on.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
We're going for a ride.
Yeah, we're going for I am attacking this.
Yes. Grab some. There's some lime there. If you don't like the lime, it's cool. Cheers, brother.
You know what,
I'm so appreciative of you being here.
I'll charge you $5. I'm general manager at my current job.
Right.
I'm actually an opening general manager, so we are opening a big business for a hotel company right now. And when I said I'm opening business, I'm opening for myself too on the side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I have a couple of partners.
Are you open to reveal what business you work for?
It's usually hospitality, usually hotels, hotel
okay.
management companies.
Okay.
It's just so hard in California to, I guess, really start a business these days. It's that you have to get 100,000 licenses, man, if you want to be operational. Yes, they're important. Yes, I get it, but they have to simplify. Make a master license, put all of your sub licenses underneath, and you pay, say it's $500 a year or 1,000 or 5,000. Do one payment, and they distribute it to all of those departments. So you have to go to city, right? You have to go to health department. You have to do finance. You have to do the taxes. You have to do 2 years taxes. There's so many filings. It's just so complicated. If you're a big corporation, it's not a problem. You have 100 people to do that for you, right? So if you forgot the fire department permit, police permit, health permit, if your business has water, you have to get a freaking spa pool permit. Whatever you have, there are so many. If you have a boiler, you have to get a boiler permit. And yes, you need it. Everything has to be safe, but they have to simplify it. If you have a parking at your business, now you have to get a police commission's parking permit.
How would they simplify it though? Like anytime you're opening your home or a restaurant, it comes with like a package.
The package. Just make it easier on businesses. There are so many different departments. We're just talking, and most probably it's not going to solve anything. But I hope one person. Yeah, but I hope one person listens to and opens their eyes. I have never seen someone more self-righteous and messed up than Mayor of Los Angeles. Just fact.
Yeah?
Yes. So let me stop you here. I don't know that. I'm sure it's true. There's an
Totally.
Australian.
We can look at it right now.
No, it's not about that. But I want to tell you something though. Mario, there's a big problem. Here's the fine line, right? Civil disobedience, right? Curfew is 6 p.m., right? And you're not dispersing. I'm just trying to read the law. I don't make the fucking law. I don't fucking get. I know that should never they touch reporters. Not the point. But there are some reporters that are really. They shouldn't be there. You cannot be between protesters.
Well, they gotta record this stuff, otherwise nobody's gonna know.
I understand, but don't stay on the fucking a little bit further. You have a camera lens that goes about a mile, right?
Yeah.
Come on,
I'll give you that, but yet still, the officers should be smart enough to understand that there's a fucking guy with a mic and a giant fucking camera.
We are talking about that 5-10% again, right? Mario, there was an Australian newscaster. They knocked the life out of her. I don't support that. I think that's fucked up. I mean, I don't have to tell you that. I know we all agree. I have nothing to say about cops. There's a commission there.
Well, there is something to say though, right? Well, it's a hard job.
No, but that's not what I'm talking about. I would never want to be cop.
Yeah.
I don't know who Vegas to Mario. 2 days ago, they shot they shot 2 cops in Vegas, right? Point blank.
Yeah.
So my thing is, it was in the middle of the protesters, one of them, right in the middle of
I haven't heard about that one.
Yep. Well, they're not showing it on TV.
Well, I think they are. I think they are. They just,
it's a back plan.
There's explicit content or whatever that shit is.
No, but the guy in the middle of the protesters shoot the cop shoots the protesters, which is him. And they arrest the guy. Turns out to be a Hispanic gang member. That's what they say. I don't know. That's not my word. I don't know who the fuck the guy is, right?
There was an app to see what kind of laws got passed and be like, motherfuckers, they passed another one. Let's go protest.
That's my only thing. To answer your question, but that's my thing, I think they should be able to do mail-in voting. I think they should be online. secured.
There's a fucking app.
And
there needs to be a fucking app.
And I think it should be in person as well. Trump is like any other politician. When he knows it's not going to benefit him, it's a no. Democrats are the same thing too. When it doesn't benefit them, they will come up with something too. Every politician does it.
Yeah, they're all trying to win.
There you go. So, to me, it's not just a matter of Trump. Every politician is pretty much same shit. They will twist the law. They will bend the law. They will change the law to win. So my opinion is they can go fuck themselves and people should have a right to vote. That's what I've been preaching for since the beginning of the conversation. And with all of my friends, I have go fucking exercise your God-given right.
Yeah. I do agree with that. But the current level, the current circumstances that we find ourselves in, mail-in voting is the best opportunity to reduce the transmission between coronavirus and between us.
Yeah, well, that's not a point anymore because when you look at the protests, we
can't look at it as if because there's protesting now we can have open booths where there's lines around the block where people are trying to vote.
No, that's not what I meant, Mario. We're in such a stage right now. It's so fragile. I think our argument cannot be coronavirus anymore. We need change. If we don't change, if we don't vote, more people will get killed and more people will get frustrated over and over. So it's to me, coronavirus is an excuse.
It is, because that is your true character, right? What did Martin Luther King run for? To not judge people by their looks, judge them by the contents of their character, right? And that is illustrated clearly here, and it's being abused by people that have nefarious intentions by seeing that the police are being hated right now and taking the advantage of looting and rioting places to steal.
Let me insert something there. You said something so amazing. Police follow the orders. They follow the law. Police is not perfect. Police will never be perfect. Are 10% of them are racist? Most probably. Like any big organization, you will have your percentage, right? It is half of it, 1% of it, or more. That number is like from 1 to 50% of any organization has some sort of bias. People were protesting. So I put on my social media, I'm like, why don't you go protest the mayor, chief of police, the governor of California? The city is in charge of the police department. The state is in charge of city government. The federal government is in charge of the states. Why would you go throw the rocks at the cops? You think it's really going to solve the problem? They're going to make them more racist, more angry. I mean, my thing is, if you are so passionate to support me, I am an immigrant, okay? Support you or anyone that might be part of an ethnic group that feels that might be discriminated against at a time. A chief of police, literally one word, change in one word in one sentence. A handcuffed individual cannot be put in chokehold. Simple, right? People won't die.
Yeah.
I am amazed that no one is even thinking about that part. Why don't you go tell the chief of police, go on the TV, make an announcement. City of LA, we live here, right? Or the police commissioner or the mayor, go make an announcement, pass a new law that says police cannot put people in handcuffs in chokehold.
Right.
We're not talking people that are throwing rocks at the cops, right? They have to defend themselves. But the chief should go, and add to the freaking their handbook manual and train people. The strongest people are the quietest people. If you go on your social media as a dumbass, post people that are looting, people are damaging police cars, properties, and accidentally, capture yourself in that environment as well. you in future can be in legal trouble as well.
Yeah, it's
That's
what
what
they're doing.
bothers me. And I think there's a lot of young people, they think it's so cool. They're just posting everything on their social media. I would encourage everyone not to do it.
Well, the thing is that it needs to be recorded because
It is, but here's one thing. You don't capture yourself on those pictures. You should record, right? I think you're misunderstanding. I'm not telling you to record the event. If someone is looting, make sure you're not in that picture.
we're in agreement in several things. We're in agreement of peaceful protest because peaceful protest, right?
Yeah, every day.
Right. Peaceful protests at the courthouse, at all these government sites where the people that are principally responsible for the events that are taking place and the laws that are in place now that are violating our law, like they're violating our law. We're agreement in peaceful protests. We're in agreements that there should not be any looting.
There must not be.
There must not because the whole process of peaceful protest is overshadowed by all this looting, right?
Agree.
And the thing is that I've been watching a lot of news. I don't know how much news you've been watching, but I've seen that there has been organized nefarious individuals. Some people believe they're undercover cops trying to arise chaos in the protest, and then there are gang members organizing in vehicles, jumping out where there's a protest going on, start looting, breaking glass, trying to break into stores, and then jumping back in the car and driving off to another protest. Or whoever, who knows?
All of them are possible. I mean, I watch TV a lot too. I have seen, minivans pulling in front of Gucci store in Beverly Hills, on Melrose, on Fairfax or Santa Monica. And those plates numbers are there. They know who they are if they like to arrest. But it seems the police is so focused on protesters.
They're overwhelmed.
I think there's something different though. Yes, absolutely they're overwhelmed. There's no question there. But I don't believe that police cannot stop looting. They cannot arrest. My point to you, I think their focus is misshifted. In LA, let's talk about Los Angeles, right?
Okay, let's narrow it down because it's easier to talk that way.
Well,
because we understand it, we see it happen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So you bring the National Guard, right? And we'll go back to the president.
Right.
Excuse me. So the National Guard is here. The mayor says they cannot arrest people. They cannot do anything, no matter they're looting or not, right? Mm-hmm. They're like they're bodyguarding cops.
Right.
It's the nicest way we can put it, right?
Right.
If the cop, if a soldier is standing in front of a store and looters are getting in and out and they have no power to do anything, well, that doesn't make sense. Yeah. Why did you bring them here? Mm-hmm. So you brought it was the second day of protest, you brought 1,000 troops. I think it was the exact number, 700 or 1,000 to city of Los Angeles to put them in Santa Monica, downtown, Melrose, and Beverly Boulevards, right? In the pretty much Fairfax district. I still do not comprehend how dumb the mayor of LA is. And here's why. I think he's a very smart man. He's really charismatic. He's cool. They cannot make people listen to him. He doesn't get it. A life is lost. Just you being telling people, okay, be calm, peacefully protest, doesn't work that way. If you are such an amazing person, you care about people, force your police commission to make recommendation and make changes and change the policies. I have been listening to his mayor every day. To me, it's a joke. And I know there are thousands of angry people out there. There are people that their businesses got destroyed. And it's a conflict. You care about a life and you just lost everything you have. So that's the contradiction, right? I cannot expect someone who has lost everything to go and support protesters. As a fact, they will hate them.
Right.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, and all protesters, not even the peaceful ones, because they can see how out of hand they can get.
Well, those bad apples sneak in, right?
Bad apples.
They are in the crowd. They wait for the opportunity. They are not there to protest. They are waiting for the opportunity to loot and walk away.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they have been doing. I've been in the country myself 2 decades. English is my 5th language. Probably I can deliver better.
Your 5th language?
Yeah.
What other languages do you speak?
We used to talk about it.
Well, it's been so long.
My first one was Kurdish. It was a local language spoken in the Middle East. Then Turkish, partial Greek, and a Greek. Studied French and
What
Japanese.
ethnicity are you?
So I'm Kurdish by blood, and I think I have every. Yeah, so the Kurdish are in Syria, Iran.
Point
Iraq,
it over
Turkey.
there.
Oh my gosh, Maria, you don't
I don't
know
know
this?
where it is actually.
Where's Turkey, man? Oh, here's
There.
Iran. So this is right here.
Oh, right at the edge of Iran
Well,
and
it's
Turkey?
So it's called Mesopotamia.
Oh, yeah,
So
Mesopotamia.
Mesopotamia means between 2 rivers, right?
Ah, yes.
So that's exactly where all of the oil is.
How'd you make it all the way over here, Kenan?
Mistakes happens.
Well, isn't that the central of all chaos, though? Like,
Well, are you
isn't there a
comparing-
lot of chaos going on over there? Like,
Are we talking about the US or Middle East right now?
yes.
Come on.
I mean, like, there's no
but-
safe place to be.
Yeah, but here's one thing though. There's no say yes. Shit is everywhere. I got a pay cut too. And I'm very thankful that I still have a job. So we all got affected. And it's a pretty damn good chunk of it. It's been on hold. And I get it. I would have done the same to ensure that business survives. Everyone did in my organization, not just myself. 50% of people that have some are still not receiving the checks. I get it. There's a lot of issues with unemployment because it's just too many people.
Too many.
It's a fact. We all agree on that, right? Here's what I disagree. People are not losing money. Some are. Maybe it's 5%. If you are getting unemployment, if you are getting coronavirus benefits, you should be able to pay your rent. I am hearing with a lot of people that are putting the money aside and they're deferring their loan payments and all of their payments could be car, rent, but they are getting the same money and more from the government right now. Why aren't they paying their rent? Mario, an average in the city of LA is $12.80 per hour, minimum wage. At the hotels, depending is union or not union, you are looking $16-17 per hour, right? But if you're on unemployment, you're getting anywhere from $3,700 to $4,100 right now, which is way more. Let's say it's the same, for the sake of argument, right?
Okay.
Why are you deferring your payments? If you are getting the unemployment, let's clarify that part, right?
Okay.
So why? If you have the money, why aren't you paying? However, if you go to a car dealership, they're selling more cars right now.
Really?
Yes.
How?
Because people are getting those payments.
Oh, they're going and buying cars.
And the prices on the cars are down too because of the crisis.
I wish
It's
I
right
would have
up.
waited.
There you
I
go.
just bought a car.
But and people deserve to get that. Those are all taxes at work. Don't take me wrong. They should get more.
That's the crazy thing, right? Is that you wanna? A lot of people, even Trump said, "I want to end the wars overseas. I want to bring all the troops
He's
back."
a fucking puppet, man. The Senate has to vote on everything.
Of course, but he makes it sound like, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking drain the swamp. I'm gonna get rid of all these
Trump
troops."
will do it. Trump will. I know.
But
What he said.
Obama had 8 years to fix all these things,
No,
and he couldn't do it.
He cannot.
They can't.
Here's why they cannot.
They're so invested in that they can't pull the plug on
them?
it.
No, but it's a little bit more complicated, right?
Oh,
You need
of
donations.
course.
No, it's not
I'm
about,
being
I
bombastic.
know, but no, I'm just trying to. Obama, Trump, no matter who the next president is, right? Take a look how much money they raise from donors, right?
Yeah, after being president.
They are in donors' pocket. You know what? If you not gonna listen to me,
Well, the system is designed so that you can make enough money to then be president, and that is incredibly skewed because then you're in the victim of the people that are giving you money to then run for president.
I know, but agree. But here's one thing. So a lot of people say Trump didn't get popular vote to become the
He
US.
didn't.
Okay.
He won by a landslide,
Okay.
historic landslide.
Yeah. So here's my thing though. People says that people voted for Trump, they're all racist or supremacists. They're all messed up, right? Then we are fucked because half of the country, give and take, let's say 45% of the country voted for that guy, right? To me, he fairly won. Because it's
I think we need him.
Yeah,
now.
no, but
like we deserve. What the
thank
fuck?
you. But here's my.
We're so fucked up now.
I know, but you see, so you are looking at 340 million people in this country, right? Could be more and less by now. There's 100+ million people that votes, right?
There's a lot of people that don't vote.
Yeah, we'll get there in a second. So the guy who won the electoral college or vote or system, whatever.
Yeah.
He won it, right?
Yeah.
Fairly. State after the states. You cannot tell me the entire country, those 45% are racist. You know why he win and why he might win again? I was going to say why he won and why he will win again. Because people are...
Because Biden's a fucking idiot and he forgets everything?
No. Are you ready? Because liberals, Democrats, and I'm sure same with the Republicans as well. God forbid if you say something they don't like to hear.
Oh, yeah.
You will be crucified.
Crucified.
Yeah. Can you imagine half of my family black? I don't know what my race is anymore. My baby is black. I have walked to the street and people have looked at me fucking like, what the fuck are you doing, kinda? We all have seen things, right? Or maybe they were like, what the hell is going on? Maybe, but to me, that's not racism. People are afraid of things that are different than them.
Yeah. But people are afraid of anything they don't understand.
Yeah, there you go. Dude, if I get silenced because of this...
It's like the movies.
I know, but because if I get silenced because of this interview, Mario, you're done, man.
Well, like, that's the problem, though, right? Isn't there free speech? Yeah, I mean,
there is no free speech.
I mean, this the beauty of podcasting.
Yeah.
For instance, one of the biggest podcasters. I'm not too sure if you're aware of him. Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan always talks. He has 200
I'm one
million.
of the biggest UFC fans ever.
You are?
should
Me
know
too.
that. Come on.
I'm a big UFC fan, bro. Yeah. Don't even talk to me about that.
Well, actually, if this will go online, so I'll say hi to Anthony Johnson.
Yes, shout out.
Yeah, he's a good man.
Yeah?
Yeah. But so here's my thing. We all know, well, anyone that is into UFC, self-defense training, fights, know Joe Rogan. Or anyone who smokes pot.
Yeah, that too. Shit.
Yeah. But here's one thing. Joe Rogan tried everything. The last one is the podcast. You know that. He did the stand-up. He wasn't...
Well, he's successful on all those, too.
But my thing is, the guy, I like him. I have nothing against him. There's not one word I can use against him but to say he's a cool dude. Mario, you cannot be successful unless you piss the fuck up a couple of people. That's what I wanted to say. That's why I was trying to find and come up with the right words. Yeah, you have to. He pissed off a lot of people too, right? You have to take that chance. You have to understand that to be an average, you will never get to anywhere in life. You have to be radical, extreme at one end. You pick, right?
Well, Joe Rogan says it the best. He says that madness and genius are next door neighbors, and they borrow and they borrow each other's sugar.
He's funny. One of the hardest states to conduct business is California right now. Dude, there's a loophole. I started a couple of businesses. I just closed all of them.
You sold a couple of businesses?
Yeah, and I opened them and I closed them, and one of them is still open. My point to you, if you have a business, right, if you just register an LLC, you have to pay $800 every year without bringing in a penny. That's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know how the business works.
No, but I've been doing it for a while.
I know.
Yeah, I know, but my thing is, listen, people are leaving California by millions every year. I'm sure you know that too. The new one coming, the old ones are leaving.
Yeah.
because it's becoming so difficult to live here, difficult to conduct business, difficult to do anything. 3 months in training and learn like a human being
Right.
and save lives.
Right.
Yeah, but to
I
your
agree with
point,
that.
I agree with your point. It doesn't benefit parents or any politician or car companies or anyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you ever slip from your parent, probably gonna drive even when you are 15.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, kiss my ass, man. I mean, if you look at the traffic accident, the number of the deaths, forget about any other issues in this country.
No, yeah,
At
I
5
agree.
years old, was caught by LAPD, I think, that driving a Lamborghini.
Oh, he
It
was
was on the-
he was 5 years old, big as fuck.
You see, right?
Going
You saw
to
that
get
thing.
a Lamborghini.
If why don't they fucking take that Lamborghini for the rest for a year? Impound it. Teach the owner something.
Yeah, what the fuck were that
Parent.
Lamborghini dealership thinking, and then the parent. I mean,
As
the
a
parents
parent.
first.
Yeah,
first.
parents. No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
parents.
But
Parents show that kid how to
Are
drive.
like the
right?
worst,
I know.
dude. Like, it's so easy to blame the parents sometimes because
Mario,
oh my god, they build the worst people that are causing the rest of us way more problems than there needs to be.
Mario, I don't let my kid jump at home, even play after 8 p.m.
What the fuck?
Dude, there's neighbors downstairs. People go to sleep.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
No.
right. If you imagine
Dude.
someone's jumping in front of you,
They jump every fucking morning.
There you go. Do you know that feeling, right?
Trying to go to school, fucking hating it, and my roommate hates it so much so that he pays $1,700 to go pay for a studio somewhere else so he can go work at.
Do you
so
see
don't
my
have
point?
to deal with that.
I know, but that's my whole point. You have to be conscious about that shit, man. It's not about giving a fucking 5 years old
Yeah.
Lamborghini. I don't let my kid.
And that is discipline. It is discipline. You gotta discipline your kids.
I don't think everyone should be parents either.
They definitely
Do
should
not.
not be. There's like the fact that you can
Slowly.
Yeah. The fact that you can just
Yeah.
bust a nut into a woman and then have a baby should not justify you as a father,
I agree.
or a mother, because if you don't have to designate your life and effort into producing the best possible person for society's sake, then you are not qualified to continue doing what you're doing. You gotta
I agree.
fucking really get a hold and wrap yourself up into a neat bowl of what you want to represent in the world.
Mario, I cannot agree more with your statement. And one last
I
word
agree.
on that part, my friend.
Yes.
All of those kids that turns to be serial killers or school
Oh,
shooters, shit.
fuck.
That's 100% because of parents. The one that have parents, okay?
Yes.
That's what happens when you don't pay attention to your kids.
Yes. I agree.
You know what? You cannot justify making a kid and not taking care of that kid just because you are paying the bill doesn't mean you're a
Yeah.
good parent. I agree.
I agree.
Screw them, man.
I agree. Kenan, I really appreciate you coming in.
Same
I
here.
hope we have another one like this in a
Anytime you
couple
want, man.
months.
That's amazing.
I
Actually, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Now I can actually talk into the mic,
I love. Hey, it takes time. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. I love. And tell me how people can reach you, Instagram or Facebook
you.
or. No.
I'm on Instagram.
What's your Instagram?
Well, it's private, but it's LA2C2.
Yeah,
LA coast to coast. LA.
Wait.
LAC2 number 2 C. LA
Oh, okay.
C2C.
Yeah, and that's your Instagram.
Yes.
That's your Instagram, and that's how you want to be rich.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure why people are gonna reach out to me.
Hey,
reach
you'll
out
be
to Mario.
surprised.
Yeah,
You'll be surprised. But thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah.
We'll have some more Kenan in the future, and
we will have
I
a job
really-
fair too.
Oh, you do have a
Yes,
job.
we'll have a job fairs for anyone. We'll have this again towards end of the year. I think we are looking to hire about 150 to 200 people
Really?
for our new hotel project.
Excellent.
So we'll talk about that too towards end of the year.
Yes.
I think most probably will be between September and November.
Exactly. Okay.
Bunch of management, non-management positions,
Okay.
and we'll
Yeah.
see what
So
happens.
keep an eye on that, guys, and definitely follow Kenan here. And thanks for watching.
Thank you, everyone. Take care, guys.
Thanks.